Hi, my name is Emmanuel, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to get review samples from brands even if you're a small creator. Now this is the Sushivid Creator Masterclass. Let's start. Welcome back. Now, when it comes to getting review samples from brands, especially when you're a small creator, it can be very, very challenging. Some of the challenges you're going to get is you're a small creator, you don't have maybe as big as a following, you don't know how do you even contact brands, how do they even send you stuff. So these are some of the things that I'll be tackling in this video. Let's get started. Now, before you start hitting send and start asking for stuff from the brands, there are a few things you should remember. Now, the first thing is the fact that every single business transaction involves, bringing value to the table. Now, as a small creator, there's a high chance that you do not have the biggest value out there. So you must, that is not to discourage you or anything. That is just to let you know that it's not perhaps everything you can ask for, you should ask for, because from the perspective of the brand, they're also trying to get as much value as possible. So I would say before you hit send, just pause for a minute. What value do I bring to the table? The second thing is the fact that even if a brand does want to work with you, you might not, perhaps be a perfect fit for them, especially when it comes to numbers, when it comes to engagement. Engagement is also pretty important. And when it comes to the niche. So for example, if you're going to, approach a brand, a tech brand, for example, and you're doing lifestyle or you're doing, let's say, makeup, it might be a mismatch eventually, right? So you also want to take that into account before you send your first proposal to any of the brands. All right, so for the third thing, I think a major mistake many new creators have, or perhaps maybe not new, but you have a few hundred subscribers, is they forget they have friends. Now, in case you are someone who totally does not have friends, then yeah, you get a pass. But for most of us in society, we actually have people we are sort of cool with. And I would say that is one of the quickest, fastest way to get content out there. When I first started, accepted I have a tech channel, I borrowed everything from my friends. I borrowed their laptops, I borrowed their phones, I borrowed their accessories, everything just to get the content out there and get myself noticed. I bought a laptop, I reviewed it myself, and eventually MSI, the makers of the laptop, actually loaned me I think a $5,000 laptop to actually review for a while. And all of this started just from reviewing my own stuff I bought with my own money. So when it comes to that, I would say use your friend, implement your friends and what you already have. Now, when it comes to friends, a few tips, okay? Number one, you can always, borrow their time. So you can always ask them, hey, can you shoot this for me? Hey, can you be on camera? Hey, I want you to hold this thing for me while I get this shot, or I want to use you as an experiment. They will always be down for that, or at least that comes to my next point. Make sure you appreciate them. So for me, what I usually do is, after a long shoot or anything, or even if it's a short shoot, I'll make sure perhaps I buy them lunch or dinner, or I'm able to, take them out. So, to sort of appreciate them that, hey, I appreciate what you do. When it comes to new tech, for example, most of my time, because I do technology, so I ask my friends, hey, can you borrow me your phone? Before you unbox it, let me unbox it so I can, get it on camera. I think, I'm going to a Xiaomi event pretty soon. And for the event, for the first Xiaomi phone I actually reviewed, I, borrowed it from one of my friends at college. So I took all my gear to college to go shoot. That gear also was not mine. I borrowed it from a friend. So even the camera was not mine. The phone was not mine. I shot both and I put it on my channel. And, today I've done so many Xiaomi videos. So I would say, yes, utilize your friends. They are your number one resource, especially when you're just starting out. Now let's move on to how to actually contact brands now that I've gotten, friends out of the way. And the first way to get in contact with the brands is via email. Now, most brands usually have a, press email at the bottom of their website. So do go to their website, look at, their email address. Some of them have an email for press specifically, which is what you want most of the time. If you don't have that, you can also check out the sales one, or you can check out the customer care. Guaranteed, if you send it to them, some of the time they will actually, direct you to the correct person in the organization. Now, if you're able to get in touch with someone from the organization, a method or a format you will use to send your email will be your name, wherever you're producing your content, what you'd like to do with their products. Are you making a video? Are you making an unboxing? What kind of video do you want to make? And what is perhaps maybe not the estimated reach, but what are the things you want to talk about? How do you want to talk about it? Put all of that there, just to give them an idea that this is what this person wants to do. So even if you don't have the big numbers, they sort of know that, okay, you know what you're doing. You're not just asking randomly and just, trying to see which one works. I mean, you're trying to do that, but you want it to be a little bit more professional. Also, if you do create anything, let's say I make a video about this phone, for example. This is the Redmi 6 from Xiaomi, and I bought it myself or I borrowed it from a friend. What I would usually do if, let's say, I have not gotten into contact with Xiaomi personally, because they actually sent me this unit for review, but let's say all of that did not happen. I bought this myself or I borrowed it from a friend. If I make a video, what I'll do is, after posting that video, I'll make sure I tag them in everything, on my Facebook post, on my Twitter post, on my Reddit post. I'll tag them everywhere so they can sort of, perhaps when their press people are going over it, they can actually see that, oh, okay, this person is, so they can, pay attention as opposed to just putting it out there and not tagging it properly. So I've taught you about sending emails, but the bummer is that most of the emails you send, at least in my own personal experience, I would say out of 100 emails, out of 100% of the emails I've sent, I've only gotten replies perhaps 15 to 20% of the time, which you think is a low number, but it's actually pretty normal because most of the time when you send an email, they will not answer or people will just not answer. And that is not for you to be discouraged because, you just have to keep putting in effort into what you do. Just because they do not reply does not mean that you do not create good stuff, or it does not mean that you are bad. It just means that, people are busy and, people like do different several things, and it's just how it is basically. So don't give up. Just make sure you just, keep creating. Occasionally, if you don't get a reply, send a hey, just a gentle reminder and all of that. And sometimes even if they don't answer, it's still fine. It does not mean you will still never work with that brand. And that has basically been it for how to contact brands. Now, this is not a surefire way to get stuff out there. As always, the most important thing is, keep creating, keep, being creative. And by being creative is not some ambiguous advice. It's literally, shoot different places, shoot with different people, with different backgrounds, and different styles, because you never know which one might actually get you popular and get you out there. And, you just never know. So just keep, pushing at it, and one day, perhaps you're going to be giving this masterclass as well, because it's been an honor for me to actually do this. And that's basically been it. Check out all my social media stuff and my own channel down in the description down there below. Sushivid, which is where this is hosted right now, is a platform where you as a creator can actually get in touch with brands. Yes, I know. We actually connect you to the brands. All you have to do is, sign up, create a, proposal for a campaign, and you might as well work with some of the top brands that we have on our platform. Anyways, that's basically been it. I'm Emmanuel, and I shall catch you in the next video. Don't forget to be awesome. Bye.